Здравствуйте and salam alaikum from Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan. Today, we're looking at Uzbek food. It's a whole food day. We're gonna look at the national dish called Plov, or osh, in much of this region. It's an amazing melange of rice pilaf with a lot of stuff cooked into it. And then we're gonna head to the Chorsu Bazaar to take a look at the biggest bazaar in Tashkent and one of the coolest places you can go in Uzbekistan. I'm right in front of the firewood that they use to make the osh. We've got the TV tower in the back, and this place serves up a ton, an absolute ton of plov to thousands of people per day. What's it gonna be like? I'm not sure. Let's do it together. So I'm in the cooking room of the Plov Center. They have these kazans. Kazans are the cooking vessel that plov is cooked in. It's a huge cast iron pot. It gets super hot. It's wood burning on the bottom. And then they do the plov in layers. So thousands of people come here every day. So they have various plovs at various stages so that they can do like a tier system so that they can continually serve it, because it takes about 40 to 50 minutes to prepare. Stews for a long time. It may even take longer than that. It's a beautiful dish. Let's check it out. So here are the different kazans. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they have a mega one. Zdravstvuyte, salam. And then they have 2 here, one for dolma, which are stuffed grape leaves, and one for a secondary thing. I'm not sure exactly what it is. So they do this in tiers for what is important in each dish. So this one is just cooking the chickpeas. Then we come over here. This is a really hot wood burning fire. This one is currently on the yellow and orange carrot phase. They've got some raisins in here, and it's all stewing together. I believe on the bottom of this is meat. And then when the carrots are done, they top it with the rice, and then they steam it so it gets nice and juicy. There's lots and lots of oil in there, like a lot. So this is the kazan master, and then this would be the next plov that's ready to go. You can see the rice here is a lot more yellow. A lot of the juices have come through here, and it's a lot less hot. And then this is the plov that they're going in on right now. This man is serving everything up. It's going really quickly, actually. This guy over here chops the meat. They have some horse sausage. They got some eggs. Here's another plov that's almost ready to go. And then, let's see. Salam alaikum. So this is the plov master, and this is his kazan. It's the biggest kazan, and apparently he's the only guy who's allowed to touch it. And right now he's kind of making sure everything's getting harmonized together. He's been pushing the rice around in a circular motion for quite a while. Everything gets incorporated, and you can see everything bubbling at the bottom. It's kind of like a mixture of meat fat and of water that they're using to cook the rice in. So this is kind of stewed, but it's also kind of deep fried in a way. Plov is incredibly unhealthy, but it is absolutely beautiful. So I say now it's time to try some of the national dish of Uzbekistan. for one more time. Fresh out of the kazan, here we go, guys. We've got our crusty bread, also called lipyoshka, and we've got our osh, or plov. They use both names here. There's many different types of plov. They don't always have to be like this. Sometimes it's with a lot of garlic, but this one is the very traditional one. We've got yellow carrots, we've got raisins, we've got meat, both beef and lamb, which kind of get stewed together. We've got one piece of horse sausage, we've got a quail egg and a normal egg, and chickpeas. The reason it's so egregiously hefty, I mean, this is quite a good portion, is that this was a meal made for Silk Road travelers, and the whole idea was, how can I get as many calories in, you know, on my way in one sitting as possible? So it's got something sweet, it's pretty neutral flavored. I've had it maybe like 4 times in Uzbekistan, probably another 2 or 3 times in Kyrgyzstan. It's good stuff, but I'm very excited to taste this one. I've never seen it being made like, you know, like right there, fresh out the batch. And I waited for the perfect time. You can't come here at the end of the plov, you know, you wanna get it when it's fresh. So I waited exactly for 11 o'clock. We're doing it. Let's give it a try. Gonna get a nice little combination bite of everything. Look at that. Oh yeah. Let's do it. It's really nice. The raisins are my favorite part because it gives us this brightness and this sweetness. Overall, it's very neutral flavored. It's very fatty. The carrots, the yellow carrots also give it some sweetness because they're really stewed down. And then the meat is super tender. You saw them chopping it up. It's really a beautiful dish. A very tasty thing. So if you're in Tashkent, you gotta come to the Plov Center, but you gotta just find some plov in general. Every place I've been to makes amazing plov. This is right on par with what I've had at other places, honestly. "30-minute metro ride and we're here at the Chorsu Bazaar, the central market of Tashkent." The cool part about this market is it's in the old Soviet style. It's a massive dome, and I've seen pictures and I cannot wait to get inside. Right out of the gate, this place is pretty bustling. Lots of action going on here, and it's also Sunday at like 1 o'clock, and it's probably 105 degrees outside. The summers here in Tashkent, brutal. Uzbekistan is brutally hot, but they have a lot of beautiful produce, and that's the first thing that you see. Здравствуйте. Beautiful cherries. This country in the summer is really known for its watermelons. They've got a ton of cherries, and you can smell the cherries like everywhere. And then, of course, not bananas, but they have bananas too. One cool thing you don't see a lot of places is they have many different types of rice, depending on what kind of dish you're making. So these are all different rices that you would use for plov, what we saw earlier, and then they have tons of different grains. This is really your plov station. They even have the raisins and the chickpeas ready for you right there. It's actually so hot that you can smell the rice in the air from these huge bags, like this dry grain. You can literally smell it, like everything's baking. A little scope view for you guys. So there's this huge tented market because one large market wasn't enough. I came out of the metro over here, and then in the distance here is the National Circus with some nice block housing in the background. You can see the older parts of Tashkent have a lot of Soviet influence, whether it's this building, this big decrepit skyscraper that no one's occupying, and then in the background, very Soviet, old school stuff, but very Uzbek all as well. Здравствуйте. I found the onion section. I don't ever think I've seen this many onions in one place. I mean, you've got probably 200 kilos of onions, and this is the onion lady. Wild. For me, it's still really cool that people come and shop in markets like this, just because it's kind of the central market doesn't mean it's expensive. Здравствуйте. just because it's the central market doesn't mean it's too expensive, and it's really like quite normal that people would come down here and shop. You got like everybody, and you've got the vendor that you know. Maybe it's the potato guy, maybe you have your onion lady, maybe you have your squash person. They got it all. We got a nice Uzbek family here saying something, and then we have the spice section. Salam alaikum. Beautiful. You never see this in the United States, big bulk spices, and they have everything, and all the dishes that you flavor, like shashlik, meat dishes, different plovs, different things. It's beautiful. You see. Beautiful. Rahmat. And then they have the whole things that's nutmeg, cinnamon, different teas, black pepper, even bay leaves, and then salt maybe? Crazy. And here you have the bulk bags of spices. Wow. I've really never seen that in person. I mean, so much. And then here you can buy it. You can see the size of these bags. I mean, here's my hand comparative to the bag. Completely bulk, and the smell coming from this is unbelievable. Wow, that you can even buy the full fresh turmeric or the dried turmeric. Look at this. Whew. Really smells like the Silk Road, I will tell you. The spices are absolutely blowing me away. I mean, look at the vibrant spices you can buy here. Wow. You've got to think that this was the central place where... Что?
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте. Как ты? Нормально? All right. Хорошо.
Откуда?
Америка.
Америка.
Откуда? Узбекистан. Самарканд. Я был на Самарканд.
Самарканд.
Да. Очень хорошо.
Хорошо, да?
Окей, брат.
بیا رفتیم سمرقند.
Samarkand.
Chai.
Chai. Beautiful. I smell.
Samarkandski.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Хороший чай.
Spasiba. Wow. Everyone's so nice here. I wish I spoke more Russian. So, here we go. Look at that thing. The famous circular bazaar of Tashkent. Let's get in there. Wow, this place is crazy. So everything is built like in a circle. They've got one big dome up here. Very cool. And they're selling big lumps of fat. I think this is what they use in the osh to kind of like get it all started. Crazy looking. Wow, I'm not gonna tell you the smell of meat inside a dome that's 105 degrees outside, probably something like 85 degrees inside. All of this meat is unrefrigerated, just hanging out. And they've got some very interesting cuts of meat here. Like they have all the offal, they've got these big chunks of fat and legs, they have the hanging lambs back there. It's really crazy. This guy's got some kidneys, holding a bunch of kidneys. Wow. Very gamey in here. Very, very gamey. Here's the upper view of the market. Look at this thing. So down here, where it's the coolest, you've got the meat section, the cheese section. The meats that they're selling in general, you can even see a picture of a horse here. They've got horse meat and horse sausage, beef, lamb, and mutton, probably. They have a lot of different cheese dishes from Uzbekistan, and they do a lot of different things with dairy. So you've got your cheese section over here. And then on the top here, you have the nuts and the dried fruits. Obviously, because this is a desert country, they have a lot of beautiful different dried things, and nuts make up a really important part of, nuts make up a very important part of the diet here. This is something you don't see every day. This is a clock that lets the people know when it's time to pray, so they can stay on time for their 5 daily prayers for the Islamic people. A lot of people here don't speak as much Russian as I thought they would. A lot of people here only speak Uzbek. It's very interesting. Quite aggressive up here as well. This is the most aggressive place I've been with vendors and sellers. But I think this is just because they get the most tourists. One great thing you'll find here in Uzbekistan and in Kyrgyzstan are these beautiful pickled salads. They have this because they can't grow a lot of stuff in the winter, It may be kind of a leftover thing from the Russians who pickle lots of stuff, so really, really beautiful things. Although I will say, if you're a bit squeamish about meat and you're not used to the smell of raw meat, this is a pretty gnarly market. You've got like some really serious stuff here. One of the most gnarly things you can find in this market is definitely these cow's feet ready to go. I'll finish up my time in the Chorsu Bazaar by showing you the bread section. Assalamu alaikum. Można? Hey! Wow! So this is how they cook the bread. I'm not sure you can see it. There we go. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so cool. Aha! Beautiful. Look at that. So they roll out the dough and they stick it in there. Wow! Очень жарко.
Жарко, да?
Wow. We can see him grab a bread. Wow. There it is. Fresh out of the tandoor. Это tandoor, да? All right, beautiful. They got the whole bread section. And what they always do is they take a stamp and they stamp the middle of it. So they have their own unique pattern. They cover them in sesame seeds. Ready to go. Spasiba. I don't know how these guys are working here. It's like 135 degrees in there and they're banging out, I mean, tons and tons and tons of bread. This whole room is really filled with beautiful breads and they do different patterns. Salam alaikum. They do these beautiful patterns. You can see what they do to the bread, different kinds. This is sometimes called liposhka, or they use the word naan, which obviously comes from India, but the naan here is very different than the naan in India. These I'm very interested in. These are basically cracker bowls that you can buy. I've seen these before. I thought they were fake, but now that I'm looking at them, they're totally real. I'm gonna show you guys one last food before we get out of here. This is the secondary national dish of Uzbekistan. These are called samsa. These are cooked in the very similar way you just saw the bread being made. So they have this large tandoor. They stick them on the inside. They get really crispy on the bottom. And then they come out looking absolutely beautiful. They're bread, they're stuffed with potatoes, meat, different kinds of things. So let's try one. All right, fantastic. All right, we've got our samsa. Let's give it a shot. So here we've got our samsa. This should be stuffed with meat. I don't know, they didn't have the Russian version, they just had the Uzbek version. They look cool. It's like a little grenade. These things can be really dangerous for your mouth, but we'll see what we can do. Ripped it in half for you, so you can see on the inside it's got onions, it's got meat, got some sesame seeds on the outside. It's got cumin. It's really nice. Typically it's lamb or mutton, and they also sometimes add the fat, like there's little fat chunks in there. It's really good. The bottom gets nice and crispy and it's buttery. It's one of my favorite pastries in the world. I first had this in St. Petersburg like 4 years ago. Awesome. Places that are especially busy will go through legitimately hundreds of these per hour, if not thousands. I saw somebody pick up an order maybe for the office and they picked up 150, and these people are just slanging them like pop, 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 pop. Really crazy. Really crazy. So you've seen the plov, you've seen the fresh ingredients, you know how they make the bread, you've seen it all. This is Uzbekistan, one of the coolest countries I've ever been to. This wraps up our 6 or 7 video excursion through Uzbekistan, all the way from Karakol, Pakistan in the north, to the capital, to the home of the ancient Timurid Empire, to the ancient Silk Road capital. I think you've seen it all. I hope you enjoyed exploring Uzbekistan with me. I know I have enjoyed making these videos. This has really re-inspired me to continue this journey. What a place. I'm coming back. I love Uzbekistan. Really great place. So, if you liked the video, make sure to, of course, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. We've got some more stuff coming out, and then we're headed to Serbia. We're gonna be living in Belgrade for a few months. We're gonna be having some delightful Serbian adventures, as always. I'm gonna get back to the podcasting. If you guys are interested in that, comment below. You can let me know what you're interested in hearing me talk about, and I will talk about it on the podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and one last spasiba bolshoy and rahmat from Uzbekistan. Do svidaniya. I don't know what it is, but I like it.